Welcome to the live session. Another live, very important day today as second day of trading week. I hope that you guys ready for this volatile day as well coming up. Looking at the calendar, first thing that we need to look at when the news is coming up later today in 3 hours, 2 hours, 2.5 an hour time coming up. ISM manufacturing PMI and job opening. We will be covering that news as this is a high impact, so gonna be a long session, guys. Stay tuned fully for taking the full advantage, all the education, live trade, as well as everything you need to become a profitable trader in this channel. Sit tight, take notes, be patient, always keep a risk manager tool if we are opening the position. This is the number one criteria to look at the trade that we are opening. So with that being said, let's begin today's session. What's happening in the market? We see there is a bounce here. On gold we will be looking at gold, Gbp USD. Gbp USD also trending. Euro dollar also having some trend here on Euro USD. From the 4-hour chart we see Gbp USD also having some downtrending market structure. Here we can see that Gbp USD we may find on this one as well potential trading opportunity, while we see dollar yen and also most of the instrument currently basically trending here, and we could see that potential movement in this market in all those instruments. So with that being said, let's begin today's session on this instrument. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have. First of all, we will be looking at XAU USD gold. You can see there is a lower time frame movement. We see sideway movement in this 30 minutes and 1 hour chart, but we can see in the lower time frame there is a potential trend in this market. So we would like to see a possible best setup, and as soon as we will find the possible best setup, we will be looking for entry. And in the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up that we are doing every single day. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask using the live chat. And let's look at now what we can expect in the market. As you can see, 4-hour chart, this is a significantly bull market. Yesterday we have seen there was a breakup structure here, and with that breakup structure the market again return back to the upside. Before we look at here what could be our level to trade, guys, I'm going to do first of all multi-time frame analysis. Multi-time frame analysis is key. Why? Because when we do the multi-time frame we see the bigger picture. Looking at bigger picture is key. Why? Because when you look at the bigger picture you can see smaller picture easily. Understand how everything works. Even if we want to achieve anything in life, we need to look at the bigger picture. This is the biggest motivation factor one can have. Always look at the end of the tunnel. If you want to be a better trader, don't look at what's happening in the market, guys. Don't look at what someone is telling you, but look at who you become in 5 years time. Okay, keep a big vision for becoming a better trader. Trading is not easy, neither it's hard. It's all about discipline, consistency, and looking at the bigger picture. Now if you look at the market also, we want to look at the bigger picture here. We will be looking at bigger picture through multi-time frame analysis. That's why you see the monthly chart, we can see a completely different picture what we see on the 1 hour or 5 minute chart. Now if you look at the monthly chart, what do you see here? This is the monthly price action. Today is the first day of trading week and trading day, second day of the trading week, first day of the monthly opening, and that is where we can see the market so far. From this monthly support we have seen that bounce. This is the monthly price action. I'm leveling that up so that you know that exactly where is the monthly support and where is the monthly level here. Okay, so we can see the monthly low here, which is the monthly low, and the monthly support here. So two important monthly level, and from that monthly support, what we can expect on XAUSD after retest to have a bounce to the upside. Now looking at the weekly chart here, what do we see from the weekly? There's a gap open here, and this is a weekly impulse here. What you see from here, a very strong weekly impulse followed by this weekly pullback, and we can see that another weekly impulse. This is also back-to-back fifth week showing that significant bullish move on XAUUSD. Now once we see this weekly price action here, this is the weekly price action, there's a gap open, and from that gap open, what we can expect for the price to retest and then potentially move back to the upside here on XAUUSD. Looking at the daily chart here, this is the first day of monthly opening, and we see the once the market open, this is the daily support. We have seen so far bullish move, therefore any drop to the daily support can give potentially upside bias. 4-hour chart here, we can see from the 4-hour resistance there has been a rejection. Now coming back to the potentially to this daily level. This is the daily level, that's what we're expecting. Now from the 1-hour chart, we can see the market had another potential drop here. So again, coming back to the 15 minutes, now you can see that this is where the market is forming a possible head and shoulder here. Now dropping down to the very lower time frame, 1 minute chart, we can see that there is a breakup structure. If you guys look at it, you can see this is a breakup structure here. Okay, so with that breakup structure, the market there was a break to the upside, immediate rejection. Currently in a correction to the upside here on the lower time frame, we can expect for this market to potentially drop back to that lower time frame support level, waiting for the price to retest and then to return back here to that support level. And if you look at the lower time frame, you can see this is a 30-minute chart, 15 minutes price action, and 15 minutes it's a significant bearish candle has been formed here, and 1 minute we can see there is a bearish price action is being formed on the 1 minute chart. And with that bearish price action, what we can expect now for the price to remain in that zone here to potentially come back here to create a new lower low. So let's wait to see. What I think that, guys, you can see there is a breakup structure. We may see that downtrend here possibly. So I'm going to place a sell stop here below this level, keeping a stop loss above this swing high, and we will be targeting to that level. We see there is a possible drop here, so placing a stop loss above this high, expecting a downside here. So basically I'm going to enter buy the market for this potential drop, as the price already started to break below here. So this is where I'm entering a sell trade here from that level. So I've entered with a tight risk. So the stop loss for this trade potentially to around 43 pip, and expecting it to come back here. So I am on a trade sell. I have sold by market, and it started to drop. I have sold by market on XAUSD, expecting for the market to potentially drop down here to the support level. And once we see enough drop, as we can see there is a potential head and shoulder, expecting a break below, waiting for the market to show possible downward pressure here on XAUSD. We may see that downtrend in that area. So you can see that here, this is where possible drop on the market. And So you can see that there is a possible drop in that area, as this market had significantly, if you look at the 15-minute chart, we can see that there is a strong break of structure in that area. Would like to see that this market coming back here from the lower time frame. So you can see there is a potential for a drop in this market in that area. As we can see, the price, in fact, in that zone had significantly moved in that direction. So this is we have seen there is a potential for a change of trend in this area. Would like to see that the market is here having a possible a drop. If you look at the 15 minutes, we can see there is a bearish engulfer formation on the 15 minute chart. Candle is almost closed, and in that drop, would like to see the price is coming back below the support level, which you could see that potentially a break of structure. So you can see here from the 4-hour chart, the price possibly coming back below the support here. And so we are on the trade, looking forward to see that it's coming back to test the 4-hour support here. On the lower time frame, we can see there is a break of structure, and waiting on market to show that possible drop in that area, which we might see that the price potentially to retest this support. So 15 minutes candle closed, and that 15 minutes candle close, we can see that there is a candle close, and we could see that there is a possibility for the market to come back here to the support level. If you look at the 1 minute chart, we can see there is a narrow candle formation in that area. So So we look to see that the market is having a possible we might see that trend continuation. Would like to see what kind of price action is forming here. So on the lower time frame, we can see some pullback, expecting it to return back below. Let's see what kind of price action it might be forming here. Okay, so in this little sideway movement, waiting for a possible potential drop to, I think we might see another retest of the support level as the market again come back below the 1 hour support. Okay, so looking at observing the chart, and let's see that what the market might be preparing for here in that area. And there are two probable scenario now. We could see that the market to break it up again or coming back down below. So looking at the lower time frame here, from the 1 minute chart, we see the sideway movement waiting for the price to show a possible direction. And I think that there are two probable scenarios: to break below or to break above again. And for the 1 hour candle, we can see there is a 50 minutes remaining to close this candle. And with the candle close, if we see the price again having another rejection, here it may have a drop below. If we look at, we can see that there is a consolidation pattern, and because creating series of lower high, it is possible for the price again to come back here or bouncing back. Let's see that what kind of price action it might be forming. And I think that the price may try to retest this support. It's in a sideway. Like to wait for the full structure formation. So you see that quite a few long wick candle is being formed in that area. And with this long wick candle, looking at the lower time frame, there is a possibility for a break of structure here. And that break of structure, that if we look at, okay, so wanting to see that possibly to come back for another wave of drop from that resistance line. Now as this is forming series of lower high in that area, we see series of lower high formation, expecting it to come back here to the support level. Let's see that how it is evolving in this area. Now looking at, there This is a very narrow consolidation, guys. What we would see in this narrow consolidation from the 15 minutes, the bias, what I think that without breaking below, it may not find a very strong fuel for a break to the upside. So first we would like to see the market has moved in one direction, and then we will be looking to see where we can find entry. Now it could completely break below here in that support level, which is possible to see that to completely come back here from the 4 hour. If we look at it's on the 4 hour support, and this 4 hour support also quite significant, as the price is potentially trying to break that 4 hour support below. It may try to retest here, and once we see the market has broken that 4 hour support, that's where we might find a better entry opportunity. It is possible for the price completely entirely break this support below, coming back here to create a new lower low. And with that false breakout, with the false breakout here, we would like to see the market, we could see that potentially to have another support test, and if it started to break below in that support level, that's where we could find possible entry opportunity in this market. And we see that series of lower high formation. There's a liquidity graph from the top, so the bias still could be to the support level. Look at the 1 minute chart, we can see that quite a few narrow red candle formation, and that might give possible to the downside. We'll see where it is heading to. So if you look at the 15 minutes, so you can see that this candle is coming down, and with that drop, we can expect it to come back here to this support level again, to the previous support level, in this level. Okay, possibly so far bearish move here in that area. Okay, price action so far showing in that area bearish, so we could see possible for a downside. Would like to see the market to drop here, to continue to drop and to the support level, as there is a false breakout here, and we could see that possible continuation to create a new lower low. Looking at the 5 minutes, where you can see that this is the 5-minute chart, and the way the price action forming, what I think that we could see ultimately coming back to this support here, as 1-minute chart also narrow doji, which is possible for a break of support. Okay, so you see that there is a breakup structure in that area, and that breakup structure giving that probability for a support test. So we will be waiting for further entry opportunity. With the previous trade, just for this move, here we saw that there was a ultimately bounce to the SL level, and from that zone it started to drop back again here. And at the moment, what we can see, the price has broken from that support level, and we will be looking for further entry opportunity. The previous trade just has went to that level and returned back. Now you can see it has broken from this structure, and because it has broken from that structure, we could see ultimately dropping back to that support level. This is a high liquidity zone here, and let's wait to see what kind of price action it might be creating. In the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the live session, we just has begin that live session. It's gonna be a bit longer session. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Welcome, thank you very much for joining Gbpusd. I will be looking at that. GBPJPY, good day. Yeah, I'm good, thank you very much. What is your entry price? So we will be waiting for further entry opportunity, as this trade has gone up to exactly to that level and returned back here. So with that drop, we may see that now, as you can see in this lower time frame, the price is just forming that liquidity, and then with that liquidity grab, we could see that the price to possibly come back here. And this 1 minute candle that you can see, which forming a narrower candle, so that if this is a long wick, that means that we might see that rejection from the top, and that could lead that price possibly to back to that support level here. waiting for the market to show that it might remain bearish in that area. So if you look at the 4 hour, you can see that this is a complete breakup structure from that 4 hour support. Now at the moment, I'm just looking at the multi-time frame, is because when we look at the multi-time frame, we can see that possibly which way the price is heading. Now the way the price action and the structure has formed in that area on XAUSD is, this is a strong liquidity grab breakdown, another liquidity grab breakdown. So because it's in a bearish move, we could see that the price is possibly coming back to the liquidity zone. So any upside movement here is for us a possibility to sell, or maybe we could see a deeper pullback here, and if that's the case, then we will be entering again. Here our aim is to find the trade that is moving in the direction. Welcome guys, I hope that you're enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up, as I mentioned, make it to 50 like, and also don't forget to subscribe. Here what we can see that the price again possibly to break below. Now what I'm going to do guys, here you can see it broken that support, so we will be placing a sell stop, though the market is little volatile at the moment. I'm placing a sell stop loss below above this high in that area at 3128 level. Pending order short at the market again on the price, at our price. So we will be I'm going to enter this trade by market again for this possible drop here in that area, and with a tight risk. So this is where the stop loss above this high, and if you guys would better possibly got a better price here, and my TP target 3125 level. So the TP that I put is 3125 level. So make sure guys you always place the proper stop loss 3125 level. Okay, so my TP at 3125.17. Let's try to catch this peep here, couple of peeps, and we can see the market start to drop here. Would like to see that it's trending in the direction. Okay, so again getting some possible reaction. Okay, 1 minute chart. Come on, it's gonna try to revert back again, but we see that reaction again to the downside, came back below our entry. Entry price could be different for different traders. So if we see that here dropping back below to around 15, 16 or 18 peep or 20 peep, we can take that trade out of the market, waiting for that to happen, possibly to come back below. If we see that 20 peep or the 30 peep down, we will be on the trade. We will be taking the profit. So far this is also bearish price action, so waiting for the market to possibly drop further, unless we see that big boys are hungry. And if you guys don't know what's the big boy stuff, we will be discussing on that. That is the liquidity part. Okay, so the price moves from liquidity to liquidity. Keep in mind guys that here is the key. We need to look at the market that is having stronger liquidity grab, and that's the key. You can see the market when it grabs liquidity, it makes the bigger move. And how do you understand that a market grab liquidity? That's also important point, right? That's what also we'll be learning here, how to understand that when the market is grabbing liquidity. That's the smart money trading. If you guys are trading like a retail trader, then quit trading right now. it's not gonna work. If you wanna be a better trader, then you must trade like a smart money trader. And how does smart money trade? Smart money trade based on liquidity. So we would like to know that how to trade, how to understand when the market is grabbing liquidity, how to trade like the smart money. That's where also here we will be learning in this live session, as well as for those who wanna also level up your trading skill, take your trading to the next level. Currently 95% off on the joining to the mentorship program, and it is exclusive. In fact, in the history of Forex Trading Wizard Academy, we never had that kind of discount. It's not gonna remain for sure. So if you guys want to see my trades in the real time and also become part of this trading community, part of Forex Trading Wizard Academy for the rest of your life, you can find link below this video, www.forextradingwizard.com, where you also see my real trade, as well as you can learn the best trading strategy that I'm trading every single day, along with all the trade that I'm opening. I'm also sharing in the group, most of them, except some very quick scalping trade. So all the day trades that I share, including all my trading tools, I keep open for my members in the academy. AI trading tools also available, so don't miss out to join today. It's nothing in comparison with the value you'll get in that course and everything. So, and that's gonna be ending very soon, so you can find that link below this video. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. So let's see now here in that area. This is where you guys see that this is the 5-minute chart, and the market is slowly building up that pressure. And here again, it has gone up for a pullback. Really, what I think that it's gonna possibly drop back again. It might be grabbing that again, another amount of liquidity, and if it breaks below, that might be to that support. Now the important question is how much liquidity it might grab here before it finally be able to break the structure. Now you can see it dropped well and then has got another reaction to the upside, but at the moment, okay, so it might just grab $3131. Okay, so here, yeah, possibly we might see further liquidity grab. This is what we're talking about, the smart money. The more often they manipulate the market, but it's the way the market moves. Because when you understand when the smart money is manipulating the market, also as a retail trader, we can take that in our favor to find the trade that that can give us the high probability. So you just it grab that again, another liquidity in that area. And okay, so we would like to see that where the market possibly heading, as it just has reached that zone. Welcome. Okay, now we are down on this 24 pip. Okay, so here what kind of price action is forming? I don't think that the market will be able to be bullish here fully. Instead, we may see that further liquidity grab, and okay, now here what we can see, that doji formation. Looking at the 15-minute chart, would like to see the market to settle as there is the news coming. This is gonna be a bit longer session, guys, so don't be please don't be impatient, and we will be looking to see okay, we see that there is a breakup structure in that area. Okay, guys, I got a pretty full. Someone just has sent something very annoying. But anyway, let's move forward here. Let's look at that. Okay, so what's happening currently in the market? As we can see, there is a news coming up. Okay, and the internet, I hope that it's got connected. We got some disconnection here, and all right, guys, so you can see that here this is a very important movement, and we would like to wait a bit more to for a recovery trade that we will be opening. Next trade that I will be opening, the recovery trade, will be a little bit of higher risk than what we have now at the moment. And that's how it is. I normally, if I have consecutive 1 or 2 loss, I increase a little bit of my risk of the next trade and then recover it from there. So not too high, but little bit. So we'll be waiting for the next trade to give us a little bit of a higher risk, and once we find that possible entry, at the moment it's still not there. Patient is key. As I mentioned, there is a news coming up on Jobs job opening as well as other news coming up, and that's what we would like to see. The market is giving us that entry opportunity. And by the way, if you guys, let me see what's happening on the chat. Okay, so here is what we can see from here, that move. Okay, so there is a dodgy formation in that area, and it's still not showing that proper entry. Still not showing that proper entry, as it is on a very significant level. Euro, yeah, we will be looking at also the USD pairs to see where possible the market movement at the moment. All right, guys, so here is, we can see that this is a narrow sideway movement in that area, and that's where you can see the price in this zone. Okay, here is possibly an upside bias here in that area. If it breaks this resistance, we might see that moving up here, but I think we may see that possible directional bias. Like to see where it is heading to. Not a very good market at the moment to enter, but what I think that with the news, we may see a direction. Here is the 5-minute chart, a visible head and shoulder. And do you think that it's gonna break below? I wanna post a poll on the live chat. Do you think that gold is gonna break below daily support? So if you look at the daily here, you can see this is the daily level. The market is on the daily support here. Okay, so looking at the daily support, this is the 1 hour chart. Looking at the 5 minutes, this is the daily support. So do you think gold gonna drop back to the daily support, or it's gonna bounce back up? What kind of price action you expect on gold here at the moment? I'd like to also share your opinion. Keep in mind that your opinion is important. So let's look at here on XAUSD, that I would like to post a poll here. If you guys cast a vote. So what's your opinion on gold? So I have posted a poll, guys. Share your thought and opinion to see. Okay, so I got a crazy saying that crazy. This is your username. I don't know what's your actual name. Drop. Anyone guys have any different opinion here? Especially drop means the daily perspective. Let's look at the daily as a reference. So this is the daily support. Though it is a long-term bull market, the bias, the long-term bias is always to the upside, but I think we might see a daily support retest. Could be if we drop to the daily support here. that could be the daily support retest here. Look at the 15 minutes here, 5 minutes. Okay, here is what we can see. And locally having a possible, we see that this trend line is broken at the moment, okay? And 30 minutes. As I mentioned, not still very good market to enter. Again, we will be waiting for the price to give that possible setup. Okay, so from here, trying to break above. Okay, so with that inverted head and shoulder, it's pushing back to the upside, means that short-term upside possible here. And it might now trend to that level. We'll be waiting for a clear setup. So we see that there is an inverted head and shoulder in this lower time frame. So that might be with this move from that inverted head and shoulder. So it might going back here, either forming, you know, that a higher high, and then could drop here again. For the time being, if we look at the 4 hour as well, it's trying to move back up. So we might see that another retest of the 4 hour level. Now, as this is a head and shoulder in this area, okay, so this is a head and shoulder, we may see that the market is potentially let's see that if it is forming that structure to bounce back up here to the resistance line. Okay, so locally we see that some bullish move. Now in this area we may see the price to go back up to the 3135 level, to the liquidity zone. We're waiting to see it's going up to hit that level, and then we may see possible further continuation or pullback. Now for this move it's only 15 pip. I wouldn't enter at the moment for this 15 pip. Rather, I will wait to see for the market to reach that level here. And then once we see enough confirmation, then we will be entering. See that here. Going back to the upside, and yeah, it may retest that level. We see that this is the 15 minutes price action breakup structure, and that's a bullish move. Now this move could extend to even bigger because we see some bullish price action here. This is also 1 minute price action also showing that bullish. So for us now, goal is to see a possible breakup structure. If we see that breakup structure to any of this level, we can look for an upside bullish entry. Let's see if it is returning back up again, which we may see that possibly. Now if it is if this candle guys going up completely to the upside, then we may be able to enter a trade. Now here what I will be doing guys, here I'm placing a buy stop above this high, as if the market goes up, break that high, keeping the stop loss below this low, we will be targeting to that level. And that's how we can now here in this trade I will be putting a little higher risk than the previous one, not very high, so it's basically 1.5 times of my previous risk. In my previous trade I took 1% risk, now it's gonna be 1.5%, so that we have a little higher risk to gain better if the market goes up. But we see that it's dropping, so it's a buy stop, not buy market. We are placing a buy stop here, and that's the key, buy stop. So buy stop we are placing in that area, and if it goes back up, only we will be on the trade. It may continue to drop here for another wave of drop, and it could form that inverted head and shoulder, but anything possible as I mentioned. So we'll be placing a pending order here at 3134.784, stop at 3132.502, and TP target at 3137.726. Placing a smaller risk on it. Okay, so place the pending order in that level, buy stop at 3134 level. So if it move back up, then we are on the trade, otherwise we will be leaving that trade as it is. Now 15 minutes candle closing with a long wick doji. Now if this is a bullish price action, we could see that bounce, or if it bears price action, we might see that coming back here. So this is also the 30 minutes candle closing. 15 minutes and 30 minutes both are candle close, and that's an important price action. As so if it become bullish, we are on the trade. Still not yet, we place the pending order. And in the meantime, traders, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. We place the pending order here on XAUSD with this doji, and if it bounce back up, we will be on the trade waiting for that to possibly to have a trigger. And I think we might see that trigger. So far it's showing that in that area bullish. Now okay, so here this is another doji formation in that area, and with the doji expecting it to possibly bounce back up and then to cross that high, moving back to the upside to create a new higher high. We'll be waiting to see where it is heading to at the moment. And okay, I got a trigger, guys. My trade is on. We are on this trade, and it's activated. But after the activate, we see there's a slower movement. So the trade is on here, expecting it to bounce back up to give some possible peep, which is expectation. You know, anything can happen in trading anytime. We could see another wave of rejection, but I think that if you guys look at it, you can see this is a come on, it's got a rejection again from the top, and you see there is a possible long wick doji here. Okay, so today the market really not following the grammar, so you have to wait in that area. So you just got a trigger and then return in that direction. So we need to wait for the news to come up. It's really okay, we will be waiting on that where it is heading to at the moment. So you see again drop back to that support level, and it's a very unusual drop. I'd like to see that where it is heading. Okay, so here we can see that with this red bearish engulfer, Usdjpy. Yeah, okay. Now this is after this drop again, we see that it's moving back up. So basically before the news it's grabbing liquidity. Here we have to wait for a full a break of structure and then moving again in the direction of the trend. So it's a long session, guys. Be patient. We will be looking for further entry. As you can see here, it's break and then return back again. I think we might see further choppy market in that area, and as it is fully choppy, let's wait to see. This is a 5 minutes price action showing a very interesting inverted head and shoulder, very symmetrical. Okay, so you can see that very symmetrical inverted head and shoulder, so it's possible to become like that, but at the moment, coming up in just a matter of one and a half an hour, coming up news, which is job opening, as well as which one is the other one, data coming up, which is ISM manufacturing PMI, as well as job opening, job opening, and these two high impact news are quite significant, as they will possibly show a directional bias. Though long-term trend is up, and we can see there is a 5 minutes inverted head and shoulder formation, and the 1 minute as well. This is a break of structure. The long-term trend is likely to be an upside, and that news spike might grab more liquidity and then could bounce back up. So okay, guys, so here you can see that as yeah, we may see, you can see this is a consolidation. You could see the market to possibly grab liquidity here, and this is a narrow zone in that area, and okay, waiting for clear direction. Better to wait to see a clear direction, and then you will be entering into the trade. As news coming, we have to be patient here. Quite impressive price action in that area on gold, and that's important. Looking at here, and you can see this is a semicircular structure. We could see that dropping back here to that support level. Here you can see that this is a lower time frame price action, and with a long doji formation here in that area. Would like to see that, and you can see it's slowly building that pressure for in that direction. So you may see that the price again coming back to this support here, or even breaking below. So you can see that the price to come back here again to the support level. And so it grabbed that liquidity from that zone and started to break below, taking a short break for guys for maybe a minute and be back. You guys, in the meantime, you can write here what's your opinion on that. All right, welcome back, everyone, for this session. Dollar yen. You spend more time on gold. It would be appreciated if you analyze the pairs. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. We will be analyzing the pairs as well. Looking at British pound US dollar. British pound US dollar currently trending, and let's look at what's happening with GBP USD. Now, GBP USD. This is a significantly bearish market at the moment, and we can see that also lower time frame price action is 30 minutes candlestick pattern on GBP USD is forming that bearish. 15 minutes also bearish price action. So GBP USD currently trending, and lower time frame price action on GBP USD we can see that bearish. If we look at the daily chart here, we can see the price after cross of this high, the price again approaching that daily 20 EMA, which is a very important EMA, and because it's a daily 20 EMA, this is an important level of support here, and in that area. So if we look at the lower time frame here, you can see this is a bearish move. We could see that GBP USD potentially coming back here to that support level here. So this is the, if we look at the 1 minute chart, and in this lower time frame, if we look at from here, a drop and the pullback, another drop. So if we look at closely on GBP USD, we can see that a big drop, pullback, the market potentially trending again to the downside here, and with that downside bearish move from this 15 minutes price action, what you can see the market possibly coming back here to this support. On GBP USD, we can see that this is a highly bearish market at the moment, and that bearish market may coming back here to this support level, which we could see that GBP USD coming here. 4 hour chart here, you can see this is the 4 hour price action. The price has reached that level to the liquidity zone, and we could see the market having to that level here, which is another liquidity zone on British pound US dollar. And 15 minutes, this is a also bearish engulf around the 15 minutes, and narrow doji formation. So if we look at, guys, the 30 minutes price action on GBP USD, it's approaching that support level. So this is a nearest resistance support here. We may see another liquidity grab, but we could see that the trend is down on British pound US dollar. We might see that continuation, and if you guys look at it, you can see 5 minutes price action also showing possibly bearish here. So like the gold is choppy, GBP USD trending here, and in this market would like to place sell stop here at 1.28858, stop loss keeping above this high, and TP target to that level. Possibly you could see that drop in that level. Again, very tight risk, guys. It's the key here to keep the risk very low. And this is a 5-minute chart looking at Gbpusd. Sell stop at 1.2885. Stop loss here, there is a dodgy formation, 1.2902, and TP target here to at 1.2869. 1.2869. Very tight risk here. So place the pending order on Gbpusd for possible drop here. If it drops down here, then we will be entering into the trade. Okay, if it drop back below, we will be in the trade on Gbpusd. Thanks for joining the live session, guys. Hope that you're enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. And wanting to see Gbpusd, we placed a sell stop here. And waiting for break below and then to possibly head a trigger. So gold started to break above here. We can see that from this support level. So it may now possibly to trend in the direction. Gold, you can see there is a possible bounce here. Gbpusd, you can see there is a market in that area with that if it is breaking below, we will be able to get the trigger. Here is a liquidity zone here in that area on Gbpusd. Okay, so if it is breaking the support, we may see the market to trend in that direction. We'll see that how far it is going. At the moment we place the pending order, and let's see that if it is with that pending order is bouncing back up, as coming up very important news definitely will have some impact in the market with the news. And as this is NFP week, guys, as you know that NFP week quite important week, and we may see that there could be a huge move with the NFP, and that's what we love as a trader, to have some increased volatility during the NFP. And yeah, I would look forward to trade NFP with a higher probability trade setup. Now there is a doji here. The market is showing bullish on gold. Kind of price action gold is forming. This is very interesting. We can see that gold is creating possible bullish price action, and looking at another chart, we may see that some upside here for short term. We may see the price to retest this resistance line. Hope that guys you're enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Now we are looking also on gold, and you can see it's showing before the news possible upside bias. Leave it there. Looking at Gbpusd, place the pending order here. If it is breaking below, then we will be on the trade on British pound US dollar here. And let's look at to see what kind of price action is forming. I think we may see that break below on Gbpusd. Gold looks like that we may see a retest of this resistance line here from the if you look at the 1 minute and the 5 minute chart. And this is a pretty strongly possibly changing a trend here before the news, getting a stronger price action. So Gbpusd got triggered, guys. We are on the trade, and Gbpusd got triggered. We are on the trade on Gbpusd. While on gold, the candle closed, and we can see that this is a bull market at the moment on gold, and we may see that some upside here on gold, possibly to the upside to retest the previous resistance line. While Gbpusd is coming back below here. I would like to place both of this chart on display so that you know exactly what it is doing. Looking at on gold, this is where you will be looking at Gbpusd, while this one you will be placing for gold. Come on, where is chart? And here gold, this is the 1 minute price action. There's a doji and the market showing that there is a probability for a possible bullish move here on gold, and we may see that the market is possibly trending to the upside for bigger picture movement. Here it is showing that possible bullish market structure, and I think that we may see that the price to go back up again to that level. And possibly a bullish impulse here. While Gbpusd also moving in the direction, which is good to see that. Now we can see that on British pound US dollar, the price on Gbpusd is possibly moving in the direction that we expected. We are on a trade on Gbpusd. Here is the lower time frame price action. This is our entry, expecting it to trend in the direction to create a new lower low. While we can see that gold also has reached that resistance line and then has come back for a pullback. And that is a pretty impressive move, possibly on gold. We'll be waiting to see, in fact, how it might be doing while we are running trade on British pound US dollar. And okay, gold is bullish at the moment. We can see that bull move as we discussed earlier. We may see that this market is possibly heading to the upside here. And with that being said, this is where Gbpusd has bounced for a pullback, while gold looks very okay. It bounced back up and then again coming for a pullback here. So the trend possibly to remain bullish on gold, and if it is remaining bullish, then any break of structure is where we will be able to find possible entry, and that's where we will see that better trading opportunity in this market. Okay, so this is a clean move here on gold, and that's a potentially a break of structure in this area. And you see this is a drop on the 15 minutes. If we look at 15 minutes support level, and I think we may see now possible if it is getting a reaction from here, we will be able to find possible entry from this 15 minutes support level. Alright guys, so we see the market is on the 15 minute support level. Getting that reaction to the upside. And we will have the news coming. What's happening with the Gbpusd? There is a, on Gbpusd there is a bounce in that level. Well, we can see that on gold, on gold, this is a massive break of structure. Okay, so we see that there is a liquidity gap on gold, and I think that that could be a possibility for another move. And so in that case, on the 15-minute chart, we see a bullish candle formation. 5-minute chart here. On Gbpusd, if this is a fake out, then we could see the market is moving in that direction. Okay, with a long week 15 minutes candle formation on gold. This is a Gbpusd just has got a reversal from here, and while gold has formed another 15 minutes candlestick pattern, and that's where we can see the market let's delete these lines here on gold to see where it possibly heading. This is a very unusual price action. You can see quite a few dodges here on gold, and that's where it's not showing the clear direction. Either it could return back again in the major direction of the trend, or it might again break. If it breaks down, it could break down completely to this support level here. If we look at the 4-hour, we can see 4-hour candle closed in the previous hour, form a doji. Now this current 4-hour candle is in a very narrow range, as it might struggle to break this high and also break this low. Okay, so okay, the way it is heading, we may see that trend continuation here. Waiting to see for the market to show proper opportunity. At the moment, we can see the narrow choppy market in that zone. Okay, so we see that this is where a resistance line here. Okay guys, so we are waiting for a possible movement in the market. Now you can see that Gbpusd again has a rejection from the top. Would like to see that the market to possibly trend in that direction to create a new lower low in this market. So if you look at the 1 minute chart here, you can see this is a 1 minute price action. From that zone we could see the price possibly melting to that support and even dropping further below this level here on British pound US dollar. Gold is, as I mentioned before, it was in a trend and it's now moving in a way that we could see that the price to possibly after the 15 minutes candle formation, it again rejected. So basically it may now to possibly remain again bearish here. And before the news, this move is important because after the news we could see that again another possible move. Here is the choppy. The market managed to break below on gold, and this drop here, you can see that from this long wick candle, this drop could be possibly that the price to that come back here possibly to that support level. Now 4-hour perspective, here you can see after this long wick candle, the price is coming here downside on the 4-hour time frame on gold. Coming here down to that support level, and possibly you could see that trend continuation here. Okay, so we can see that lower time frame trend breakup structure here. Pretty strong drop. The market is here, has broken from the top. We could see that possibly coming back to that support here on gold, while Gbpusd is in a sideway. Impressively bearish here on gold at the moment. We have seen after the liquidity grab, complete breakup structure, and getting rejection from the top on this gold, and while Gbpusd having some reaction to the upside. So gold from this level again, so it has broken from that structure, and we may see that the price possibly coming down here to the support level. We can see that it's coming back here, and so it's showing that possibly bearish on gold. This is a 4-hour price action on gold, and there is a reaction from this support. So we may see that if we look at Gbpusd on the lower time frame, there's a strong reaction, and it's very interestingly it returned back from that lower low. And while gold is coming to the support, Gbpusd, we'll see that if it is rejecting again or coming back. We have 30 minutes to go for the news to come up. While you can see that gold is long wick. So gold is in a downtrend here, we can see. There's a 15 minutes closed with a very long wick rejection here on the 1 minute. Let's see if it is possible for another drop on the 1 minute chart. Possibly here, if we see that, if you guys look at it, this is a narrow doji on the 1 minute chart on gold, and that might lead that price again to drop, possibly to that support level. There is a strong liquidity grab here. That's an interesting price action. Gbpusd is slowly trying to break below, which is a possible good sign for a drop. Now while we can see that gold, this is the 1 minute chart formation, and Now, is there any probability for gold to reverse in that area? Look at the 15 minutes, you can see the market is almost reached quite a bit of height. Looking at the 1 minute chart here, now it is possible to have an upside bias on gold or to return again. So this candlestick pattern will determine either gold trend to continue to the downside or to bounce back up here. And this is where you can see the market. There is a liquidity gap here in that area, and that might have an uptrend. Look at the 15 minutes from here. This is the very choppy, guys. You can see this market extremely choppy at the moment, and because it's extremely choppy, we would like to see that in fact how it finally be forming the price action. 4 hour, you can see this is a previous session was narrow candle, this session as well. If we look at here, approaching the resistance, yeah, if any bounce here, that could give again possible a reaction in this market. We're waiting for the data to come up. In a couple of minutes you'll see the data coming up on gold and also all the USD pairs that we will be looking to see possible Fibonacci news coming. Yeah, it's in 30 minutes time. So we can see 1 minute gold, as we mentioned here, from the 4 hour level there has been a reaction. The 4 hour here, there is a reaction. Okay, Gbpusd started to break below here, and we see some bearish pressure on British pound US dollar that might lead that price again back to the support level. Waiting to see that move. GBPUSD, we see that downtrend continuation. Possibly you could see breaking below again, below our entry. Okay, so you see the GBPUSD started to break below, and we could see that this market on British pound US dollar possibly coming back here to that support level to create a new lower low in this market. So looking at from that point of view, if you look at the 1 minute chart here, you can see from that resistance line the price has broken here resistance here, expecting it to potentially trend here to the support level to create a new lower low in this market. And yeah, GBPUSD has grabbed liquidity and it's almost nearing to our entry. We may see that potentially downtrend continuation on British pound US dollar, while we can see gold also possibly trending here, and we would like to see that gold also moving back to the upside to create a new higher high in this market. So we are having 20 minutes for the news to come up, while we could see some sideway movement in this market. Would like to waiting for the price to show up its hand. And here we can see the market is trending and expecting for on gold to continue the major trend in the major direction. So XAUSD and GBPUSD moving in the direction, which is good to see that after gap liquidity it's trending, and we may see that GBPUSD to potentially continue to trend to the support level here. Yeah, 61.8%. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much. Now here is choppy fully on gold, and we are waiting for that choppy market to become trending. And I think the news could be starting point of, as this is NFP week, guys, as you know that NFP week quite important week, and would like to see a very good move with the NFP. And after today's news, also you will look for possible entry opportunity. While Gbpusd will be holding it as news coming, the spike could bring that price back to the downside. Though if you think that your risk management was not done properly, currently the market at entry, so I would highly encourage you to manage the trade, so that if you didn't do the risk management, then better to manage the trade so that you are not being stopped out with any volatile movement during the news time. And here is this more pullback, and we can see that potential trend continuation here in this market, and we can see that a big move, pullback, another move, the market may continue to rise to create a new higher high here. Well, Gbpusd moving also in the direction, and thank you very much, guys. Hope that you are enjoying the live session, waiting for the next 15 minutes to come up any news. Well, you can see that gold is, as I mentioned, in Sideway, and also sometime we see the trend. We can see that gold is in a pullback, and Let's wait for 30 minutes to go for the news to come up, while we see the Gbpusd possibly to in a downtrend, while gold possibly in an uptrend here. And by the way guys, if you're enjoying the live session, don't hesitate to like this stream and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Gbpusd started to trend here, and we could see that the market is possibly dropping back here to the support level on British pound US dollar, which is in a downtrend at the moment, and we are on the trade waiting for the market to possibly drop in that direction as the data coming in, and you could see a possible upside here. And looking at on gold, we can see that this is a quite significantly trending market. So we're looking at gold here. This is again another long wick candle. So if we look at the gold 4-hour chart, so on the 4-hour resistance line, and let's see what kind of price action possibly making with the upcoming data. Look at the 1 hour and the 30 minutes price action. We can see that this is a pretty organized sideway, which is really sometimes look to the sideway movement, while Gbpusd is trending nicely here. Gbpusd market is highly bearish at the moment, and while gold is just grabbing liquidity in that area. So if you look at the gold here, you guys can see that the market from this level, it's possibly to breaking above here. And as we have only 8 minutes to go for the data, let's wait to see how it might be forming, how the data is coming, and after that we can look for possible entry. This is a very choppy at the moment, so when the market doesn't trend, we only need to wait to see for the market to trend. In fact, it might just range at the moment. Okay, here is what we can see, long week candle, and we could see the price to possibly to a bounce again to the 4-hour level. If you look at the data, that for the market to possibly, will be waiting for the data to come up, and once we see the data has been released, we can look to enter after the price action showing its proper positioning. Now you can look at the daily chart here on gold. You guys can see that today so far from this support level there was an upside bias. From the 4-hour there is a previous session, there is a doji. From the 1-hour we can see there is a long week candle here. From 30 minutes we can see that bullish move. So basically we are waiting for the market to show us proper entry, as after the news so you could see that possible movement, as the market was in a very long period of time was in a sideway. If you look at here, you can see it's a completely sideway market, and while Gbpusd started to trend again in the major direction. Thank you. Okay, Gbpusd dropping in the direction of our position, so you're almost 6 to 7 pip profit running, and with the data, if it drops down, and we'll be looking to see it's directly hitting that TP target here on British pound US dollar. That could lead that price back to the support level. And Gbpusd again trending, guys, which is pretty strong trend on British pound US dollar. Looking forward to see that gold is from this support level. We can see that there is a possible bounce, but at the same time Gbpusd trending, which is good, and waiting for gold to show clear directional bias, and then we will be entering into the trade. Okay, we see that slowly with the data, possibly we could see that that impulse here in that area. Okay, so we can see that data been published, and we can see the market possibly to trend again in the direction. So looking at the 4-hour here, which is a 4-hour bullish candle, and from this doji formation we can see the market has made its move to the upside, and we could see the price potentially moving again in the major direction of the trend. 15 minutes perspective here, we can see the price is possibly moving up here, and 5-minute chart here we can see there is a doji, and the price may here potentially remaining bullish to the upside possible. And I think we could see potential trend continuation, but at the moment we can see after the news, let's see that if it again try to grab liquidity here. In this area here we can see the lower time frame price action. 1-minute chart, a long bearish engulfer, and with the long bearish engulfer, this is a, as I mentioned, it's in a choppy market, so we see that the price is moving in both direction. So you could see that here, guys, you can see that from this resistance line, the price slowly trying to return back to that support level, and we may see that possibly coming for another drop on the lower time frame. The market, interestingly, not showing any clear directional bias, so we are waiting for the market to show a proper entry. And this is what we, sometimes the market really doesn't move. As NFP week, we are expecting tomorrow as well quite a few good trade coming. And yeah, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this live session. Every trading day is different. Let's look forward tomorrow, a big trading day coming up, and I'll see you there again trading live together. So far we see that the market is very choppy. It's probably preparing for a possible breakout in the upcoming news session tomorrow as well. So I'll see you there trading live together. Keep learning, keep growing as a trader. Until that, stay well, stay happy.